What if I told you life is a grand game and everything you've ever needed is within you so that you can thrive? You don't need external validation. You don't need to follow other people. You don't need gurus or anything else. In today's video, we're going to explore how spirituality, quantum physics, and karma are pointing to the same direction, and they reveal the secrets of mastering your life. Stay with me because we'll unpack karma, often really misunderstood. We'll also look at that life might be a simulation. Most importantly, break free of those toxic loops so that you can unlock your true potential. My name's Dr. Emma Kaur, and like many of you, I've faced the trauma in toxic relationships, and these experiences really pushed me to do a deep dive into how do I overcome life's challenges without becoming bitter or not like myself. And what I've discovered is totally transformative, and it's helped so many of my clients, and I'm here to share these insights with you today. So let's get started. Lesson number 1. Science has revealed everything is energy, and great minds like Einstein and Nikola Tesla understood this, even had great success and achieved so much through this particular understanding. Energy is basically vibrations and frequencies, and you can feel when someone's got a certain vibration, when someone's got a different vibration. So say if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, everything seems to follow in that vibration. So when we're in a certain mode of vibration and frequency, it attracts more of the same. It creates a momentum in our life. Essentially, the experiences we're encountering are a reflection, frequency, or the energy of a set belief, or maybe a trauma that is coloring the way we see life. Spiritual teachings are taking this further. Everything we do, we receive, so it's karma. So it's the same concept that science is trying to explain to us, that every thought has a vibration, a frequency, every emotion or trauma has a vibration and frequency. And that is what's causing the cause and effect loop we're experiencing, and it's shaping our reality. So for instance, if I believe I'm not worthy of love, I will have that vibration and frequency, even though I might be covering it up and coming across really confident. If I don't believe I'm worthy of love, I will attract someone who then is showing me I am not worthy of their love. That doesn't mean I'm not actually worthy of love. It just means that I am emitting a belief system or a trauma response that is vibrating at a frequency or vibration that is saying, I believe I'm not worthy of love. Let's just look at someone that's toxic. Say if someone's wronged you, or say if you've been in a toxic relationship with a narcissist, for instance. A lot of the time, the narcissist will give this illusion that they've got away with it, they're fine. But in essence, no one can come out of this loop. They are eliciting fear in other people. That is because they are fearful that they are not worthy of love to such a degree that they're living in an illusion. It's far from true that the narcissist gets away with it. They live a miserable life. They are miserable all the time. They live and breathe and move in fear. Hence why they are using fear to control others. That's all they know. They know fear. They don't know love. They won't allow you to love them either. Ascended Masters have also said that life is like a game. We're playing these roles on a stage, and we're all playing specific roles. And that this game is a game of polarity, the good, the bad, the dark, the light. Some people will come onto this earth school as an antagonist. That is your narcissist or your psychopath or somebody that has those kind of traits. They're like a high conflict personality. They will do whatever it takes to win. They will just keep antagonizing until they win because they are embodying that darkness. Then you've got the empaths that are the good. They want to bring the good into the light into the world. They are here to be triggered by the antagonist until they awaken to the power within them, until they can go inward and clean up that energy, that frequency, and find this beautiful love within them, this vibration and frequency of goodness. So the most important concept here is that the purpose of this game is to awaken. So they have the potential to find the peace, the joy, the love first. And then once they find that, then the narcissist or the toxic person or the antagonist has a chance to go inward to find that for themselves. Imagine when we're in a relationship and someone is constantly antagonizing you, criticizing, devaluing, dehumanizing. We are in essence the victim of that dynamic. And it's inevitable we're going to feel helpless, hopeless, maybe to the point where looking for somebody to come and rescue us or help us. The truth is no one's coming, because sometimes we're hoping that someone's going to do something, someone's going to see, someone's going to help. And if you were like me, I would turn to God all the time. God, please help me, help me. You know, I'm on my knees here. And honestly, the injustice of what you have to endure is so hard, because you can see all these people can see what's happening and they're doing nothing. It's cruelty. But what if that dynamic is the karma, the role that we're here to play to awaken? And the truth of the matter is that antagonism, that pain, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse until we awaken. So the most important thing here is we need to focus inward, inside of ourselves, and find that you are whole, you are worthy, you are amazing, you are worth loving more than that, and that you are loved so much by the universe, the creator, God, and the power. Everything that you're looking for is within you. No one's coming. No one on a white horse is going to come and rescue you. Nobody. No one's coming. The purpose is not for you to remain stuck. Karma isn't like this thing where, oh my gosh, it's my karma, I just have to live in this forever. No, you've missed the whole point of it. The antagonist is there to awaken you to something so beautiful within you, to know the truth of who you are. You don't need someone to come and rescue you. Nobody's coming, because you need to go inward and go, okay, there's no one's coming. So what do I do now? Let me go inside and see if there's anything I can do. And this loop, this karmic loop, will keep going. So you can come out of one relationship and you'll end up in another toxic relationship, and it will keep going until you awaken. And that's when you can look at your vibration and your frequency starts to shift and change, because you're going inward and healing those parts within you. Healing is basically loving all the parts of us that felt unloved, that were traumatized, that believes that you're not good enough, where there's some fear, and heal those parts so that you can awaken to that love within you. We don't need to worry about whether the narcissist gets their karma or the toxic person, or we don't need to start getting into that whole vibe of trying to get revenge on somebody. What we need to do is healing ourselves. Karma will come to them without you even having to try, because as you heal, they no longer are able to antagonize you. And that then enables them to allow that karmic lesson for them to come into play, because you're not playing the game anymore. So in terms of actionable advice here, I really like you to reflect on your current challenge, whatever it might be. What are the reoccurring patterns that you're noticing? Ask yourself, what is the role that I'm playing? What are the thoughts that keep coming back to me? And that will give you an indication of the role. And if you recognize yourself as the empath or the antagonist, you know what it is that you're here to do. And the key, the element of this is to awaken to your own power, finding the truth within. And the antagonist role is going to be to continually antagonize you until you decide you're going above that, in terms of you don't want to play the game anymore. And how can you awaken to the power within you? What are the steps that you need to take? And science really does support this idea. So they've done a lot of research. They've studied narcissists for a number of years, or different types of narcissists for a number of years. And then what they've realized is that they don't actually heal over time. They don't change over time. So when the antagonist is an antagonist, they will stay in that dynamic. You can expect the antagonist to continue to punish, devalue, dehumanize you long after you've left the relationship. They're not going to change. The key here is breaking free and shifting your focus internally rather than what they're doing. And that is where your freedom is. So let's look at lesson number 2 on how do we do this. So we know that spirituality talks about the duality that we're living in, the light, the dark. If we're playing one role or the other, we're locked into that karmic loop. We have to consciously break free. What happens in real life if you decide you don't want to play a game anymore? So there's somebody that's really interested in winning. They're here to win, all costs. And then you turn around and say, I don't want to play this game anymore. I want to find love. I want to find joy. I want to find peace. I'm not finding that in this game. And you get up and you leave and you go out and you start seeing, the sunset and finding joy in that, or the glimmers and love, and you feel connected to life again. What do you think the other person's going to do that is there to win the game and make sure that you lose? They're going to get angry. They're going to get frustrated, tell you you're a terrible person. They're going to tell you you're selfish. They will challenge you. That's why things like stonewalling and grey rocking are so powerful, because they're helping us break free of playing the game. But what we don't want to do, play the game with that person, stop playing the game with them, and then move on to somebody else. We want to break free of that karmic loop. And the way we can do that is we stop playing the game and we go inward to find the power within to do that healing work. There's no other way. At the end of the day, we all know what's right and wrong. We all know dark from light. We all know this. We don't need to tell people that what someone has done is wrong. They know, everybody knows, and they harbor all this guilt and shame within them, hardening themselves to the truth. You need to find a way to stop playing the game. That's the first step, somehow. Sometimes having legal frameworks in place is so powerful because you don't get pulled back into playing the game again. And there is a pull. There's a pull to want to keep playing the game because that's all we've known. We've got to be understanding and compassionate towards ourselves when that happens. It's okay to continue playing the game because this is how we've been programmed. But know that even a small moment of awareness is so fantastic. Pause the game for a little while so you can get an understanding, or you see a different perspective of life. That is so amazing. You're giving yourself some time to see the pattern, to see that you're playing this game and it's okay to continue. The most important thing is not to give yourself a hard time. No devaluation, no guilt, no shame, no feeling bad about yourself for being in this karmic relationship. No need. Because the truth is, you're incredible. And it's pointless feeling that. What you need to get to is back to a space of really seeing the power within you and the love within you, and really loving yourself and feeling compassionate and understanding that you are in this role and you're willing to be here, and how courageous you are for trying to get out of this loop. So some actionable advice here would be, find a way to stop playing the game, even if it's for a moment. Even if you go back to playing the game, but you've spent 5 minutes of meditation, or you've gone for a long walk in nature and you feel like you can breathe and regulate yourself, or you do some healing work and some trauma work and you start looking at those patterns. Where does this originate from? You let go bit by bit of all of those, because piece by piece, you're going to start to really find that peace within yourself, those moments. So the next time you get triggered, for instance, by the antagonist, try and ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? There's nothing wrong with me. I know that. I'm whole, I'm complete, I'm lovable, I'm enough. What is this trying to teach me? This antagonist is telling me something different or making me feel this way. What is it teaching me? And how can I stop playing this game? I know who I am, and I want to feel that within myself, that I am enough, I am whole, I am good enough, and recognize they want to continue playing the game. They want you to lose and they want to win, and create a sense of safety around stopping the game, because you know that if you get up and stop playing the game, they're going to react. So if you're going to stop playing the game, you need to do it in a sensible and systematic way where you're safe. So start putting some in play where it enables you to have space in safety bit by bit, and you get more and more safety in terms of creating space. Lesson number 3. Here's when things truly get fascinating. This is where science is catching up with a lot of what the mystics have been telling us for centuries. Quantum physics teaches us that simply by observing something, we're creating the reality of it. So this is specifically called the observer effect and wave particle duality. There's a double slit experiment that showed that through the act of observation, it changes the behavior of particles. This suggests that reality can be influenced by our consciousness or our measurement of observing something. There's also the wave function collapse, that when an observation is made, the wave function collapses and the particle takes a definitive state. So basically, just for you observing, everything shifts and moves. For example, before observation, an electron might be in several different places at one time as a probability wave. That means that you have so many different possibilities available to you at any given moment. But observing that electron causes it to choose a specific position. This phenomenon underpins the idea that conscious observation can influence reality. In quantum mechanics, everything exists as a field of probabilities until observed. Some theorists and spiritual thinkers suggest that our thoughts and our intention act as a form of observation, and they can influence the probabilities. So bear with me because I will bring it all back together. I'm just giving you the science. This is where science meets spirituality. By focusing on a specific outcome or intention, you can influence this quantum field of possibilities and making that outcome more likely. How can we bring it back to us and our life? Mindfulness and intention is so important. So hence why I'm saying create some space from difficult scenarios and find some space to become intentional about what you want, and understand if you are trying to create a certain life, but then this guilt or shame pops up, like, or this belief system pops up like, oh, you can't have it. Then you can see that something is interfering with the intention that you want to bring. And that's what you can heal. You can change the outcome in your life once everything is aligned. So if we can direct our energy, our thoughts, our emotions in a certain way, and it aligns with the outcome that we want, we're more likely to make it happen. But if you've been in a scenario where there's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, we can't really connect to our true intention because the fear, the trauma kind of clouds that intention. So think of karma like a filtering system for the brain. There's some belief systems that have been planted within us that we're creating over and over again, like clouding or coloring the way we see what is possible for us. It's literally limiting the possibilities that we could have. And our brain is a filtering system. It basically filters everything, our belief system, constantly, because there's too much, there's too many possibilities. Release karmic loops so that we can get to a new possibility, a new way of being. See karma as like a mirror. It's what's coming back to you is a reflection of the energy and the frequency of maybe some beliefs that need to be shifted, where you don't have to play the game with someone or something that is creating fear or doubt or something negative in your life. Because actually, in truth, you have so many other possibilities. And what we need to do is release the limitations that are filtering ourselves from getting to those other possibilities. So that what the truth is revealing to us is you are the architect of your karmic path. Yes, 100% transforming these patterns is so challenging. You don't need to battle with anybody. You just do the inner work and everything sorts itself out. And it's liberating because you are realizing that you are the master of your own life and you can let go of all these beliefs. Nothing is set in stone. Everything can be let go of. You can let go of all this trauma. The most painful thing that we have is feeling like we can't be loved or we can't love. another human being. You are loved. The universe loves you. God loves you so much. And all it wants you to see is how much love you have. When you were a child and you were born, you loved everything. You were in awe of everything. Everything was amazing. You can get back to that, where everything and everyone and everything is amazing, and you have this level of curiosity and you see people for who they are, and you create space from the people that cannot be in a relationship, and you go off and be in a relationship with life itself and the people that want to be in a relationship with life, and you love life and you love yourself. So one actionable tip here is go inward and create as much space as you can, and then really look at what is it that I need to clean up in terms of my vibration, my frequency, and start doing something about it. Get support, get help if you need trauma therapy. If you've had a lot of trauma, you need some support in that. Or if you feel fear, if you feel anxiety, then get the support that you need to feel safe, to be able to live life the way you're meant to live and overcome these karmic patterns so you can master it yourself. That's the key here. And if you're looking for support, please look into the description and find my link tree and book in some time with me, and let's look at what is it that you need to be able to heal and move forward. I'd love to work with you. Now, you've discovered the powerful interplay between karma and quantum physics. It's about taking control of your life. And are you ready to step into the full power of you and create the life that you want? Remember, you are loved by God, the universe, the creator, so loved. You're worthy of love and you're worthy to love. Sending you so much love. Till next time.